Good morning, everyone. Welcome into North Dakota today. Right now we are taking a look at planetary alignment. This is what we know so far. Mercury is in retrograde. We have Chamonix joining us here, our favorite astrologer, to tell us all about what that means and what we can expect from this season. So hi, good morning.
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing so well. It's
Good.
so nice to have you here. It's always incredible to learn about how we can blame everything happening in our lives on the planets. I, for one, love that. So first of all, Mercury in retrograde pretty much gets a bad rap. Everyone always uses that as the excuse for everything going wrong. Is that really what that means?
You know, I said I'm done with my fear-mongering days. I'm only talking about astrology in a positive light now.
Great.
So, Mercury is retrograde. It will be, I think, until the 14th or the 15th of this month.
Okay.
So, you know, we only have 2 more weeks to go.
Okay, good.
Mercury is retrograde in the zodiac of Taurus, which is an earth sign.
Okay.
Taurus is all about building, developing, sustainability, like strong, concrete. You know, the bull isn't really swayed by antics. It just kind of assesses, takes its time, and then it deals with it.
Okay.
Like full, you know, so Mercury retrograde is really just about understanding, you know, where we might have some instability in the areas where we want stability in our lives, and just reassessing it, redoing it, slowing down. In Mercury retrograde, it happens every 3 months.
Okay.
So it's just a check-in point. It's just a check-in point. It's just kind of a, oh, well, Mercury retrograde, this is an area I can tighten up in.
Okay.
Yeah, and then when you get overwhelmed with technological things or communication mishaps, you just have to say, oh, Mercury retrograde.
Okay, so, and I live by that automatically. So that's really what I meant when, okay, things are going a little awry. I can just blame it on the planets. So are those the major themes? We're really talking about stability for Mercury?
Yes, that is a major theme. So then the other thing that happens today is Pluto is currently retrograde. Pluto is retrograde in the zodiac of Aquarius. Aquarius, everybody always thinks is water, but it's actually air. So Aquarius is kind of like the bearer of knowledge, essentially. So it pours. So people see the Aquarius pouring. That's you know, the symbolism for it. But it's actually not pouring water. It's pouring air and knowledge and like understanding and awareness into us. So when we have Pluto retrograde in Aquarius, it's actually this really big like power moment, because Aquarius is the humanitarian, the community connection, also representing like technology and the internet and things like that. And so I think we're going to really see a lot of things with like AI kind of redeveloping, the way that we all deal with social media, also like the very unique types of ways that we approach things within our goals and our community, and kind of like the way we reach out, you know, outside of ourselves. So I think it's going to be fun. I think it's really going to be fun. It lasts until October. So
this is a big one.
Yeah, and it's not going to be some huge, you know, very dramatic thing like everything is going to happen today, but it's going to be spread out, and it's just really about like transformation, reformation. All right, you ready to hear about the rest?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm like on the edge of my seat. I'm like, okay, let's get into it.
I'm
Yeah,
keep
absolutely.
Okay, so then 2 weeks ago, we had a solar eclipse.
Right, we are nestled in between
We're right
eclipses.
in between, yes.
Okay, okay.
And that was in the zodiac of Aries. So that was a solar eclipse that's a new moon. Okay, so
that was April.
That was April.
Okay,
but at the beginning of
Everyone
April,
get your calendars
I know,
out.
right? I'm like, how many numbers do I really say on the news? Like, is everyone trotting down these dates quick? So at the beginning of April, though, we also had a new moon in Aries. So we had 2 new moons in the same zodiac, back to back.
Okay.
Very uncommon.
Okay.
Extremely uncommon, you know? So that Aries is the youngest, the first, the fastest, the trailblazer, sometimes the most reckless, because it's all just about, you know, Aries, the perfect Aries metaphor is there's a yellow light. Are you going to speed up or are you going to slow down? Aries is saying, I'm going.
Speed up, okay.
Yep. So this type of go-getting energy like that, back to back, you know, with a Mercury retrograde and now a Pluto retrograde, is really saying like new energy, new stories, new starts. But what that means is we have to let go of the things that are holding us back.
Oh, that's the catch, everybody. That's
leading
the catch
us
every time.
To this Friday, we have a lunar eclipse in the zodiac of Scorpio, and Scorpio is about the murky waters, what's underneath, the subconscious, sometimes the things we don't want to bring to light that have to come to light if we want the new beginnings.
Okay.
So my conclusion is
So in conclusion, class, write this down. Take this note.
we're entering into a receptive phase. We have to just let go, accept, surrender. We're not so much in this active stage anymore of like go, 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 go.
Okay.
Right now it's kind of like allowing the processes, kind of allowing for not being in control and allowing for uncertainty and just trusting. You could say, let go and let God, and let go and let go and let whoever resonates with you, whatever feels best to say. But it's really just about like, hey, trust, you know, trust. We're not in control of everything.
Yep.
So
I know it's tough. It's tough for a lot of people to really release the reins on their own lives.
oh my God, you feel like a hot mess a little bit when you don't have an exact plan for everything. But sometimes you just have to drop hands and say, okay, I guess this is your little like come to Jesus moment. Yep, I was doing all this stuff that was holding me back. You're right.
Okay, and you know what? This can be intertwined. A lot of folks I know journal. There's a lot of mindfulness, and everyone kind of takes time for themselves. So would your advice be to maybe even write a journal entry about just releasing control, or how do we really help ourselves with this energy?
Absolutely. So another thing I really like to talk about right now is at the beginning of the year, you know, New Year's resolutions.
Yeah.
Everybody gets kind of like gung-ho on this, but it's really the worst time for New Year's resolutions because we're coming out of the winter and the spring isn't here and it's like holidays are over, and of course you have all of these thoughts about ways that you want to improve, but actually April, so Aries season, is kind of like that spark that comes back to you, and it's also the lunar New Year, which is not the same as the regular New Year, but then we get into Taurus season and it's again stability, growth, redefining the structures. So really with all of this is a phenomenal time to take your journal, write down the goals, really think about what when you started these goals at the beginning of the year has not been, you know, going as well as you want it to. And now it's like spring, it's new energy, it's warm, we're excited, and it's just easier to get, you know, passionate about like, what do I really want to do, you know? So I totally recommend everybody to sit down, jot down where you're at, where you want to be. You know, that Aquarius Pluto combination of the retrograde there, it can really help with like those lightning new connections, seeing new ways to put it all together. So we're not going to be scared. We're going to be excited. Okay. And we're going to just do it.
We're leaning into it. We're trusting.
To. There's no other choice.
Okay, I love that. Really quickly, what is your information? Because you also are officiating weddings now too.
I am, yeah. Okay, a few weeks ago, I got to officiate the first wedding at Brewhalla during the grand opening, and that was so exciting. So I've done 7 weddings now for friends. Wow. And I'm ready to open up my books, and I'm ready to do it out for everybody else too.
Okay, so what's your information?
Yeah, so just ChamonixAstrology.com. It's listed under ceremony services. You can book me out for your weddings, for your astrology, all of it. I'm full in.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much. I know I don't want to let you go, but we have to go. We have to end the show now. Thank you so much, Chamonix, for that inspiring outlook at what's to come, everybody. All right, stick around. We'll be right back with Daily Motivation. I might just